All right, boys. So we have started the first session by speaking about the resources and also the land use. So we have spoken about that we have many resources in our country and also in the world. There are several types of resources. Those resources are to be divided into two types: renewable resources and non-renewable resources. The renewable resources, we're speaking them about that they can become new and they never to end. The non-renewable ones are like the minerals, which once you consume them, they will never be renewed again. And in front of us, we have some tours about the city in the Tokyo in Japan, how much crowded the city is. On the other hand, we have a commercial farming process. We have a subsistence farming, and also we have the mining for minerals. So all of these photos are trying to just give us an idea or a hidden message about our world and how people live in that world. People here are so busy with the industry and they are trying to do their best in order to just have a decent life. People here are living free time, an easy time. They are not in a hurry. And actually, once you live in the city, you do not just get accustomed to the life in the village. Because in the city, everything is very, very, yeah, very, very fast, always in a hurry. But in the village, you find people, they are calm, quiet, do everything in their own pace. They do not take much time to do things. They just take slowly, slowly, and everything with them is very, very good. That's one process of farming, and that's another process of farming. Of course, this one is more effective and also produces more than this one. But of course, it's about the machines used in the process itself. Here we have the mining minerals and other resources. These pictures show miners in a South Africa golden mine. And just for your knowledge, Africa is well known for its minerals. So most of the minerals of planet Earth is located in the continent of Africa. You have already learned about the world's main climate regions. This map shows the simplified set of navigation zones to help you understand how people use the land. Of course, navigation zones means the zones that we can farm in. So all the dark green here are the forests and the bushlands. All of them, of course, are super fertile and we can use them for farming. The light green, you have the grassland and the scrub, and also they can be used for farming. And the pale brown, you have the desert, and of course the desert are very infertile lands, so we cannot use them in farming process. Also, the tundra region is totally frozen, so the land is frozen and there is no agriculture in it.
Teacher,
Yes, Khalid.
you said Africa has a lot of minerals, right?
Yeah, the most richest.
Most people don't think they have a lot because we see a bad view about them. That they're poor.
Shall I answer this question?
I don't know what's wrong with people.
You really want me to answer?
Go. Tell me why they have the bad view about it. A long story.
A long political one.
Oh, okay.
So simply.
Okay.
Let's put it in this order. Okay. Our planet Earth is totally. Can we do this? So, voila. So, our planet Earth consists of some continents, 7 continents. Inside these continents, we have some group of people. Those group of people, unfortunately, for the past few centuries, they tried to overhead and conquer other lands, including Africa. Why? Why we found Britain went to Africa, France to Africa, Italy to Africa, Spain to Africa, America to Africa. Why all of these people just try to go to this continent? Why?
To
So
get
by
minerals,
looking
For
to
resources.
get their wealth.
exactly their resources. So if we went here to the map, we will find out that Africa is totally rich with minerals. Okay, like super rich with minerals. Consequently,
A lot of gold.
they
There is a
lack
lot of
minerals.
gold, iron,
Yes, there is a lot of these objects: iron,
uranium.
coal, uh, uranium. Yeah, okay, you watch a lot of movies. Okay,
No,
okay. So
I
there
just
is
keep. I just
a
when I
lot
open Al Arabiya channel, I always see Iran, and then the first thing comes to my mind is uranium, for some
well,
reason,
uranium
because
is
they want
located
to make
not
a
in Iran.
bomb.
One is in Asia. It's located in Africa, in South Africa.
Mhm.
So not in Asia. So once again,
Yeah.
speak about Africa, you were speaking about the most important minerals you will find in the whole world. And some of these minerals are the iron that we use in building, the coal that we use for conducting steam, the also diamond, which is very rich, or the rich, not the most expensive one. The diamond, the gold. Africa's just it's floating on a river of gold. Like, for example, in Asia, parts of Asia, the Arabian Peninsula is filled with oil. On the other hand, Africa is floating over gold. So there is much gold in Africa. So the question here is why? Why do we portray Africa as a very poor city or poor country?
Because what we see about them, that they're poor. We only see videos of them. Uh, I don't know. These
Yes.
people are weird.
Well, simply, let's put it in this order. What we see, we believe. What we see, we believe. Right? So,
Right.
for me, as a conqueror, as a thief, I came to your country to steal your minerals. So, if you know that you are strong, you are rich, I will not be able to take your minerals. On the other hand, if you don't know, if you are ignorant, if you need help, if I portray your image to the people as very poor, hopeless and helpless, then I can take whatever I want. And that's what's happening in Africa. We find out that Africa is very rich, but its minerals are being stolen and sent out to Africa and America, to Europe and America. That's what they want. So be smart. Those people in Africa, they are not very poor. They are very wealthy. Yet their governments are corrupted, and that's what I didn't want to say. So
So yeah. So because of their governments are corrupted and they're
exactly, and people
like
want
they
them
don't
to
control
be
well. You could kind of say,
exactly.
right?
Yes.
So that's why
So
they
imagine that if
stole.
you are the chairman of a company, and your company makes like billions of dollars a year.
Hmm.
Okay, but I'm your accountant, and all the money that comes from your company, I take it in my own pocket. So you will think that your company is losing.
Yeah, but
But
the money of the company is going to you, so you're
so
not
who
losing.
now are the people of Africa? You are the people of Africa. You have the company of $1 billion a year. Okay,
Hmm.
but the accountant here is the one who takes the money. Either the government or foreigner governments want us to take their minerals. Well, in Egypt, guys, I don't want to speak about politics, so let's try.
Cancel the topic.
Yeah, yeah, please, I don't want to be in jail.
Yeah, because if
So,
this goes on YouTube, oh,
yeah, unfortunately, what can I say? Well, actually,
nothing.
all people know this. They know that they are very wealthy, yet they cannot do anything about it. And even there is a girl from Africa, and she went to TEDx. I have seen you. I have shown you some videos about TEDx. While people go and speak, and she spoke about the same problem. Why people think Africa is very, very poor. Okay, so
Mhm.
once again, all of these zones and areas here in front of us are just trying to show us the places of the resources of planet Earth. So the commercial farming is the best farming methods that can be used. Actually, it's very, 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 very good because in the commercial farming, you are use machines in order to just do the job. So if you have a land, let's say 1,000 acre, like very, very huge, okay, you can just farm all of it in several days. But if you are using the old method, which is the substance farming by hand, it will take you many months to be done. So commercial farming is far more better than the old type of farming because it saves you time, it saves you money, and also it's very, very fast and rapid. So you can land your farm more than often in just 1 year. On the other hand, the regular or the old type of farming, which we call the substance farming, it uses many, many time to be done because people do the farming by their own hands. So it's tiring and it's actually not very beneficial. So you do not gain much money from it. So in order to grow the crops and farm animals, people destroy the nature vegetation. They only do this in areas where the climate is suitable for farming. So once again, to speak about the climate, so I will not, for example, go to the tundra place in order to farm. I will not go to the north, to the tundra, because land there is frozen. I will not go to the desert in Gobi, the Sahara, the Arabian desert. I will not go there to farm because the land therein is infertile. Yet I will use the natural places that have very, very, very fertile land, like both
Teacher,
the forests and the grass. Yes?
the information in the image, is it new?
No, it's not.
Yeah, because the what's called it, the farming, the other type,
Yes, the
not the
substance one.
commercial. Yeah, it's way too much.
Well, people still do it. Actually,
Yeah,
only
but
people
you
are
said
using commercial farming.
it's inefficient, right?
It's inefficient, yes, that's a fact. But people are still doing this because the merchandise and also the well, let's for example take Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Okay, so here we have people in Egypt, for example. So why do people in America and Europe use commercial farming and people in Egypt do not? So two main reasons. Number one, people in both America and England, they have very, very vast lands for farming. Okay,
You
why
mean lands that are able to
big lands,
get a lot
huge
of.
lands,
Oh, okay.
huge lands for farming.
Uh-huh.
Come on, you're speaking about Egypt. There is the River Nile there. What are you speaking about? Yes, in Egypt there is the River Nile. Yet, on the other hand, people are centered in Egypt in a very, very tiny location. Actually, people in Egypt only live in 8% of the land, and 92% of Egypt they do not live in it. It's all desert.
8%?
8%, yes.
Isn't that way too less?
Yep. And that's why actually I like Saudi Arabia because here in Saudi Arabia you just try to consume most land, and I wish that people in Egypt do the same. So that's Egypt, right? All of this from here, all of this is to Egypt. From border here to with Palestine, not Israel, Palestine here, and here we have Libya, and here we have Sudan. So people in Egypt only live in this place in the river line here across the river Nile Valley. Okay, so only 8% of the whole of Egypt is being used, and the rest is just plain desert. There are some oases here actually, but people mostly they are living in this place. So if we try to compare, for example, people here in America, you will find out that you have vast areas, very huge areas of the land is being used, and the climate there is excellent for farming.
And
But
mostly green.
most, yes, mostly green because you have vast area and they are using all of the area simply. So people here in Egypt, they are only living in the Delta River Valley, in the Delta here. This place is called the Delta, okay, because it's like a triangle. So there is approximately 100 million person living in Egypt. So just imagine distributing all of this land to 100 million, and that's my city, by the way. So try to just distribute all of this land to 100 million persons. How much land are you gonna have? 100 meters, and the 100 meters is even very large. So each person is using only 100 meters. On the other hand, here each person may use 1,000 meters, 10,000, 100,000 meters. Okay, so he has the ability to just grow in a larger place. But here, people they don't have much land to grow. Consequently, they try to use the old methods, and which is farming by land, because the other type of farming, the commercial one, is very costly.
And it also needs vast lands, as you said.
What?
It needs big lands. Large.
Yeah, in America they are big lands,
Yeah.
so they have much area here to be grown. On the other hand, most of the people who are using the substance farming, the old method of farming, they don't have much lands, and there are many people. In China, for example, they are very developed and advanced. So why people in China do not use the commercial farming? Why they are still using the subsistence farming? Because we have a very tiny land, okay, compared with the people. Again, we are speaking about comparing with the people.
Billion and a
So,
half.
yeah, you are speaking about 1 billion, 1 billion 800, 1 billion 10 million people in China. Like,
They're they're
like
X triple quadruple than
yeah,
us.
you're speaking about a lot of people and a very limited land. So people who still use the old method of farming, they are totally dependent upon. It's a very tiny land. So I alone or I with my kids can do it. On the other hand, in America and in Europe, people have very big land and they do not have the working hand. So they are becoming dependent upon the machines to perform their work.
So the commercial land, I mean, the
Yes,
commercial
farming.
farming needs more land and more money, right?
Yes, that's a fact. And actually, it gives more money. Think
Oh,
about it.
so
You have
so
much
you lose
land,
your money for
I'm
more.
paying a
So
lot. Yeah,
you lose your money for more money.
yes,
But then the sub,
exactly. That's why
yeah,
we
but then the
find
substance.
farmers using planes to pesticide their own animals.
So
Because like
but then the substance farming, you
you
you don't
pay
put a
little money and you
you
get little money.
little money.
Yeah, that's it. So the
Mm.
more you pay, the more you get. That's how it goes. The more you get, the more you give.
This is more of
The
like
more you
America.
give.
They print money.
Well, all countries print money actually.
No, I don't think so. I don't think I don't think all.
All print money.
Then I could print my own money. I'm gonna be rich.
Well, the printing process is totally limited and it goes under severe conditions.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so simply, why not printing money? If it's all about money, let's just bring the machines and print money. And by that, all of us are going to be very wealthy,
Yeah,
right? But
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
I
like
guess.
it. It's about the amount of money in the market right now. If, for example, you have a limited amount of money in the market, this limited amount is totally dependable upon the need and the give. Who from the people wants your currency? So, for example, Saudi Arabia, we give out oil. So we need people to buy oil, and they will give us the foreign currency. So they need our currency, the Saudi riyal. On the other hand, if your country is not needed, so it decreases. So for example, one Saudi riyal right now equals about three and a half dollars.
$3.75.
Yeah, okay. So $3.75 for each Saudi riyal. If
The
the
least
people
the
don't
least
want
it
your
got was
currency,
3.74.
yeah. If people now don't want your currency, so your currency will decline. If they need your currency, it will rise. Okay, here is the dollar. Okay, so that's a Saudi riyal. That's Egyptian pound. Saudi riyal.
Teacher, why did you do that?
The dollar now equals approximately 16 pound.
Yeah, for example, the Lebanon currency, it's dropping way, way,
Really fast.
way.
Teacher, teacher,
Yes.
I got a new haircut.
Oh, thank you very much.
Can see it, right?
Ooh, that's good. Naiman.
Oh,
Man,
thank
man.
Oh, Atibi, you had a haircut too. That's great, man. That's totally great. So,
That was like before yesterday.
oh, that's a great, man. Congratulations. So, once again, regarding what people have, people start to use the land. If they have a fertile land, they will use it for agriculture. If they have a land that is full of minerals, sorry, they will use the minerals to become super rich. But unfortunately, as we said, like people in Africa, they are getting stolen.
Okay, when you said the part about that 8% of your land is for
Yeah,
people, right?
yes,
Okay,
that's
is
right.
this are they forced to get this 8%?
No, they are stupid.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, you have land here. Okay, so that's most of the people live here. Okay, like 100 million living in Delta and River Nile, and all of this place, all of all of this is empty. Why?
Oh wait, so you mean the green part? It's for them. The
Yeah,
top.
so they only live where there is water, where there is electricity, where
Wow.
where there
Wow.
is food.
Wow.
But
What
why
about the
not
other
call
land?
there a city here?
For
Why
example,
not
call it
city?
Mr. Ahmed City.
For
Right?
example,
What is that new Cairo city?
okay, so yeah, it's just right here. New Cairo City is right here.
It's a modern
Yeah,
Cairo.
by Cairo, just by next to Cairo, so it's not totally far. And
Why
they,
didn't they make it in? Why didn't they
so
make it
they
in
are
the empty land?
well, they are starting actually the fifth settlement only for the very
Rich.
rich people. And I think Mr. Muhammad Al Khayat is entering right now my uh, YouTube channel, and he's playing on it.
Wow.
Okay, so once again, so my whole idea is that people here in Egypt, they are very afraid to just leave the Delta and River Valley and go to live in the desert because there is no service in the desert. So why not the government imply right here from this place and this place, Damietta and Rashid. From Damietta and Rashid, River Nile goes. Of course, this is the upper land. Come from Ethiopia, and from Ethiopia goes 10 countries until it come here in the Mediterranean Sea and the River
That's
Nile.
way too
All of the
much.
water, yeah, all of the water. That's the longest river in the whole world. So, and all of the water from the River Nile goes into the Mediterranean Sea. So it's wasted. Why not just make here pumps and just take the water from the river and put it in the desert? Right here, for
Right.
example. And by putting it in the desert, you will have a very good lake. This lake can provide you with agriculture, and you can turn all of this desert into a very green land, and you make very good cities. Those cities will be very like super cheap. Like people here because they are very crowded. Just imagine how the city looks. Just imagine how the city looks. How can people live in such a city? By the way, that's my city.
Hmm.
Okay, so for example, here there is no place to even breathe.
What?
There is
Okay.
no, it's like super crowded, super crowded, right? And because of this, people just refuse to leave this place. They refuse to leave their cities. Consequently, they just have to pay more money to get a place to live in. But
Didn't you
if
think of
you provide
applying
it,
as a minister?
it's gonna be cheap. Yes, Khalid.
Didn't you think of applying as a minister?
Well, I wish, but
Your
actually,
idea
it
is way too good for the
doesn't go
country.
like this in Egypt. It doesn't go like this in Egypt, unfortunately. It's
Oh,
about
okay.
the people whom you know. If you know the right person, you will get the right
Okay,
person.
try
And
knowing much people until you get to the perfect one.
I know you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
All right. So once again, back to our topic. So we have here some places on our planet that can be used for several things or several types of farming. So if you look, for example, at this map, so on the 2 pages, you use them to help you answer this question. What kind of farming mostly takes place in North Africa and Western Europe? Of course, most North Africa is using the old method of farming, which is called subsistence farming. On the other hand, in southwest of Europe, most of them are using the commercial farming, because by using the commercial farming, they will just be super rich, and they will also use the machines in their own farm.
Teacher, you know that the map is fake, right?
Yeah, the map is fake,
Yeah.
according to the site. And because size identificates power. The much land you have, the more powerful you are. So they just try to portray Africa as very tiny.
A good example, a perfect, beautiful example, Russia.
Yes.
I don't know what's wrong with them.
Russia is not like this size.
No, that's true.
What like?
That's more like.
Russia's big, but even if in the actual map, they're big.
So
You see,
look at Greenland here, look at
it's so small.
Canada. So compared to Africa and Russia, they are very small, very tiny. Okay. Haven't you
Right.
asked yourself why they always put Africa in the middle of the map? Although that our planet is spherical one.
Oh,
So
why?
bringing America in the middle, because it works about just imagine our world is a sphere, and we need just to make this sphere. Okay, that's our planet, a sphere. How can I portray a sphere? So supposedly that's our planet, like a sphere. Okay, so that's our planet, sphere. If now there is one line here or a part here in this place, and I need right now to do what? I need to make the sphere a blank one, 2D. I want to make it on 2D. So I must
Feel
make
flat.
some parts very stretch. I stretch them because it's a sphere, right? You need to make the sphere blank, 2D. So you're gonna stretch them. And by stretching, you're gonna minimize those in the middle and maximize those on the two edges. That's why you always find America to the west, because by doing this, okay, by turning the sphere into 2D, you are maximizing those areas in those places. The sphere like this, and here I maximize from those places. Okay, so you find here you have Canada, you have America. They are now much maximized compared to the true image or the true map.
Canada in the actual map. Oh, this is bro. This is not real.
So that's the old, that's the new one, of course. That's why they try to implement for us. But if you compare the Greenland, for example, Greenland is half of Algeria. You know, Algeria, Greenland is not to be compared with one country in Africa.
Half?
Yeah, it's not one country in Africa. So just imagine now, if I look to them, oh, come on, Greenland is approximately in the same size as Africa. But in the real world, Greenland is only like to be compared to Algeria, for example. So that's how they are trying to trick us, guys. Okay, so the more land you obtain, like, yeah, see here, that's Greenland. Not to be compared to Algeria.
It's way too small. It's more of like a pill.
But they are trying to stretch it to demonstrate power. Everything is
That's by the way, that's also another bad thing for Africa, because we mostly see them small, so we know, oh, this is very
small, poor. Man,
yeah.
let's help them with money. Come on,
No,
you stealing their money. And
leave
you
them alone.
with money. Oh my God, stupid world we are living in. But what can we say?
Go to Mars with Elon Musk.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's one of my plans, my goals of life.
I wish that you can achieve that goal.
No, please. I might die in there. I might see not dumb people in there.
The impact of technology, we shall have that next session.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm so sorry, I accidentally closed the browser. So grade day 8, that's it for today, and see you next session. Goodbye.